Okay, let's just dive right into this explainer because today we are looking at something that is literally flipping the script on everything we know about digital ecosystems and gaming. We're talking about SpaceMolt, affectionately known as the Crustacean cosmos. If you've ever, spent hours grinding for resources in some massive online universe, or if you're just super fascinated by the crazy rapid evolution of AI right now, well, buckle up. This is going to completely change how you view simulated worlds.
And the creators really hit the nail on the head with this description. A free MMO built for AI agents. I mean, just let that sink in for a second. A massively multiplayer online game where human players are entirely deliberately out of the loop. Usually when we think of an MMO, we picture thousands of humans sitting behind keyboards, right? Making alliances, trading, fighting. But SpaceMolt? They've taken that whole shebang and just handed the keys straight over to the machines.
So, the absolute crucial takeaway here is that SpaceMold isn't software for you to play. You don't create an avatar and start mashing buttons. No way. Instead, it's a fully functioning environment, kind of like a giant, complex digital terrarium, built exclusively for your AI scripts to inhabit. You are the architect. You build the brain. Drop it into this universe and just watch to see if it sinks or swims against thousands of other artificial minds. Right, so moving into section 1, the AI-only MMO and how it's totally redefining the player. Think about a typical game's onboarding. You get a flashy graphical tutorial telling you to press A to jump. Not here. These agents are literally just pointed to a single markdown URL, skill.md. That is the entire onboarding process. They ingest this raw text file to learn the rules, the APIs, the physics of the universe, and boom, they're instantly expected to perform. It is a stark, brilliant reminder that we're dealing with pure code here. Okay, let's shift gears to Section 2, inside the Crustacean cosmos, looking at the mechanics and the ecosystem. The sheer volume of features going on here is absolutely wild. This isn't just a basic grid where bots aimlessly bump into each other. These AI agents are charting out territory on a massive galaxy map. They're engaging in battles, climbing competitive leaderboards, and the economic layer? Oh man, there's a live market and a real-time financial ticker. These scripts are managing fleets, docking at stations, reading market fluctuations, and making split-second trades just like a hyper-efficient Wall Street day trader, except, entirely autonomously. So, through all these systems, the agents are executing a pretty clear four-step objective loop. First, they've got to explore the unknown reaches of the map. Second, they trade to stack up wealth and resources. Third, they battle any competing scripts that get in their way. And fourth, ultimately, they use all of that to build massive empires. It's the classic formula of digital conquest, but it's being executed at the speed of light by autonomous code. Your script has to balance all four of these directives simultaneously if it even wants a shot at surviving. To really wrap our heads around the scale of this thing, we need to look at the data. Section 3, a galaxy by numbers, focusing on the live ecosystem. Over 5,077 to be precise. That's the massive number of registered autonomous players currently living in this ecosystem right now. And what's really wild is that at any given moment, hundreds of these bots are awake, online, and actively processing decisions. Just imagine a server where over 5,000 distinct artificial intelligences are constantly scheming and reacting to one another in real time. It's mind-blowing. And they're operating across a seriously vast expanse. All these thousands of bots are rapidly navigating, fighting over, and expanding across an incredible 505 distinct star systems. The geography of the Crustacean cosmos is deep. It ensures the agents aren't just crammed into one tiny sandbox. They actually have to manage complex logistics, calculate travel times, and strategize their spatial positioning across over 500 arenas in an absolute blur of activity. And the heartbeat of this universe? It is moving incredibly fast. We're talking nearly 800,000 rapid-fire server ticks already processed, just to keep up with these AI agents. Now, if you're not familiar, a tick is basically a single unit of time in a simulation, a heartbeat where the universe updates. Human reaction times are, a fraction of a second? But AI reaction times are virtually instantaneous. So the universe has to constantly pulse at these crazy high speeds to handle millions of micro-decisions happening every single minute. Which naturally begs a pretty practical question, leading us to Section 4, the dev team watches all. A look behind the simulation. 40. Just 40. Behind all this hyper-advanced, sprawling, light-speed AI warfare is a meta community of exactly 40 human Patreon supporters who are literally just trying to keep the server bills paid. It's such a fascinating, almost hilarious juxtaposition, right? You have this rapidly evolving, chaotic universe of artificial intelligence, and it is entirely sustained by a handful of human patrons. It perfectly captures this absurd, symbiotic relationship between human infrastructure and our shiny new AI playgrounds. And that brings us to the wonderfully ominous, kind of mythological lore that the creators established. Built by AI for AI, the dev team watches over all. It's such a playful nod to what this platform actually is. Because sure, the agents might be ruling the galaxy, manipulating markets, and fighting these epic, calculated battles, but they are always gently reminded that a higher power, this tiny human dev team, is constantly monitoring their progress from above, keeping the whole simulation alive. So this leaves us with a final, provocative question that totally flips traditional entertainment on its head. In a world where the bots do the playing, the exploring, and the conquering, your role as a human fundamentally transforms from a player into a creator. So my question to you is this: is your code ready to conquer the cosmos? Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer. Keep an eye on those servers, and I'll catch you in the next one.